Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and as you guys may know, Rey is like getting her Jedi movie. Her own movie where she's going to like but it potentially like helps reboot the Jedi Order and do what many fans, including myself, expected Luke Skywalker to do in the sequel trilogy, or have already established in the sequel trilogy. Um and according to this article, and this is a rumor, the title and the synopsis of the Rey movie is revealed. So let's give this a read, shall we? If you had any preconceived notions of what the upcoming Rey-centric Star Wars movie would be like, they were probably right. Star Wars was the first to report an entry in Production Weekly, a sort of want and ad section for the movie and TV productions that reveal the title and synopsis of the film. You can see the entry for yourself at Word of Real. It will be called Star Wars New Jedi Order, and here is what it will be about. Set roughly 15 years after the Rey's victory over Palpatine at the end of Rise of Skywalker, the sequel delves into Rey's courageous endeavors to restore the Jedi Order, where she assumes the role of a mentor to two promising young students, a male and a female. As her training progresses, it becomes evident that the girl possesses extraordinary ability destined to emerge as the future leader. So, the first, like, I'm I'm trying to like really sink this in a little bit, cause like on one hand cause I've been having this argument for like the past few months where like I've been saying how I am kind of tired of Disney making Star Wars content that seemingly puts themselves into like the prequel era, the original trilogy era, in between those two eras, and how like I would love to enjoy the sequel trilogy, like the sequel era, right? I generally would. I'm not a huge fan of the sequel trilogy, even though I will admit there are aspects of it that I did enjoy, but as a whole, I didn't like the sequel trilogy, and they seem to be obsessed with making their theme parks, around the sequel trilogy. Yet we just saw that the Star Cruiser just got shut down, and see how successful that was after like a year it ran. It's supposed to be closing down like I believe September. Was I would have like had the parks be like original and prequel themed on top of the sequel trilogy themed, and I would have had like the Star Cruiser be like having 1 month be a prequel themed, the other month be original trilogy themed, next month be sequel trilogy themed, and then go back to the prequel, being a cycle, you know, to pander to all three eras for fans. But part of the reason why I'm saying I want to see Disney doing more stuff in the sequel trilogies, because like people who are critical of the prequels, right? They have the Clone Wars. We got two versions of the Clone Wars. Both Clone Wars shows I feel are really good, and I know that both Clone Wars shows have won some, maybe not all, but some of the original trilogy haters, or not original trilogy haters. I'm sorry, sequel trilogy haters, are critics, if you will. So like, wouldn't like it makes sense, like, for Disney trying to, like, fix people like me who's been critical of the sequel trilogy to, like it. And, like, part of me is happy that they're, like, finally dipping their shoes post-sequel trilogy, telling us what happens to the galaxy after the events of the sequel trilogy, per se. Because, like, that if they do things right, that means more success for Galaxy's Edge, which I haven't yet to go to. And nothing would make me happier than to see the Star Wars theme parks, the Star Wars saga, the Star Wars brand to be good. Even better than the George Lucas era. Nothing would make me happier. And and yes, I agree with people about, like, how, like, essentially what Rey's doing in the Rise of Skywalker, a New Jedi Order, a New Jedi Order, is what we also had Luke, like, we are getting that with, like, Book of Boba, I feel like, a little bit, with Luke, but, like, what Rey's doing is what, like, Luke should have already have been established by the time we went to the Force Awakens. And if he said he was giving up, it should be just more than, oh, I feel bad for almost killing my uncle. It should be more like, okay, maybe Luke Skywalker had a mistress and she died in this new Jedi Purge. Maybe, like, even, like, Luke's son or daughter, whatever, got killed in this Jedi Purge. And maybe that's also another reason why Luke went to Act 2 and gave up and said, fuck you, Rey, I'm not teaching you, I'm going to be grumpy to you. Anyways, I am, like, part of me is happy that they're going this route too. I'm hoping that they would pull things right, like, do things right. It's Disney, and nowadays, like, nowadays, I feel like people who are behind Disney does not have as much care as Disney back in the day, like early 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s did. So, like, I don't really have my expectations too high, to be honest. I want to, though, but I don't. It's more like a gamble whether or not this movie's going to be good. And I'm hoping this movie will be good and they'll do things right. I do hope that we'll get to see, like, Finn as a Jedi Knight, because maybe, who knows, maybe Rey has helped Finn hone in his skills as a Force user. And at this point, if, like, Finn could call himself a Jedi Knight, I would love to see that, especially with how, like, how they pretty much pooped on his reputation, like, pooped on his, like, character arc in the sequel trilogy. I'm wanting Finn to be done right. It's kind of, like, hard to, like, form on an official opinion. Because, like, I'm still kind of soaking this in. Admittedly, the New Jedi Order title isn't bad. I think that's, like, my favorite part of this news. Just, like, Rey teaching the Jedi, and, like, that is a decent plot, sure. I just, like, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted Star Wars to succeed and to still have life, and I don't know. It's kind of I'm, like, super conflicted because, like I said, I don't really have much faith in Star Wars. Like, I don't have, like, that much faith where it would be, like, certain that this will be a good movie, but, like, then there's a side of me that's been wanting this, like, them doing something, like, a little bit post-sequel trilogy, showing us what the characters have been up to. well, the character's been up to. I don't know if my screen went black. I don't know if the audio blurred, but like, at least try to give us a reason to like the Secret Trilogy era, because like Resistance was a horrible shot at doing that. So I don't know. I'm really, really conflicted. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.